I've been extremely rude and disrespectful, supposedly. I guess it was rude of me to help a person who's a veteran load up their vehicle when she gets her food voucher and unload her vehicle when she, gets her food voucher. I guess I've been rude and disrespectful when I go with her when she goes shopping. She does the driving because I can't drive because I have epilepsy. I help her load up at the store when I'm at the vehicle before her, and I help her unload every single time. I tell her every time she needs her grass cut or her house cleaned or garbage taken out to let me know. And while her words are, I shouldn't have to, how the hell am I supposed to know when she needs certain things done because other people do it for her too? I guess I've been rude and disrespectful taking care of her daughter for the past 30 years. I guess I've been rude and disrespectful being on her daughter's side all those damn years. Her mom came back into her life after abandoning her years ago. And I'm talking about infant age, and again when she was around 12. And I'm supposed to be the disrespectful one. But like I said, her mother came back into her life after she had her second heart surgery, after my ex-wife had her second heart surgery. And she wanted her mom to be there just in case she didn't make it. And her mom showed up for the first time because there's been several times she wanted her mom in her life. And, well, like I said, for 30 years or so, she's been gone. And that's actually 30 years of me being with her. It's been a lot longer than that in Shauna's years. We started becoming close with her, and everything seemed to be fine and dandy as long as everything went her mother's way. We put out money for her, and yes, she put out money for us. But by all means, what we put out for her way surpasses everything she's done. She goes and likes to brag about everything she does, and really doesn't realize we do way more than she does. When we started driving her around, we all of a sudden became a chauffeur, and my wife became a chauffeur, and it started wearing her down, so she stopped driving, and it got to be too much for her. As a matter of fact, one day she came to the house and she says, well, let's go get some stuff done. Shauna was like, well, I just woke up and I haven't had my medicine yet. And she said, well, I did, so let's go. I thought that was the most shocking and disrespectful thing I ever heard of. Well, some things get worse. After her mom had a fire, which was an accident, the money went to her head. And I heard that stuff like that happens, not the fire part happens a lot, but when people have certain things, they all of a sudden change. It's like one day she was getting mad because people wasn't there right away with stuff she bought. And she says, when you got money, people are supposed to be there now. And I thought, oh my God, that is just really psychotic. And, she bought Shauna a van, even though now, after it's been fixed by the veterans, she claims she didn't buy it for Shauna, it was for both of them. And Shauna has no problem sharing it with her. But her mom says, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy birthday. She also says she was going to go half on the insurance, and we've been paying the full insurance ever since then. And even before then, what she said when I last talked to her, she says the other thing doesn't count, but she also said couple years back, because she's been in our lives about 7 years now, maybe 9 at the most. She said she was going to go half in on the insurance on the other 2 vehicles we had, and she did not. So the way we figure it, just on the van alone though, but all of it all total, we basically paid for the vehicle that she supposedly gave her, and now she says she didn't. She's extremely narcissistic, and she acts like everybody is supposed to bow down to her. It's like she's very much bipolar. It's like one minute she's extremely nice and everything, and I don't mean nice because she's doing something for somebody. I mean nice because she's like pleasant sometimes, and I didn't mind helping her, even though sometimes she acted a little bit rude. But it's like when things go to her head, like that because she was a veteran, and yes, I guess she was a veteran, and the vehicle was being fixed, she acts like somebody owed her something. And the way I see it, I had her go through the veterans, which she did not want to do, because she probably figured we were supposed to pay for it, and if we were supposed to pay for it, that still acknowledges that the vehicle is ours. I had her go through them because we put out enough on the insurance, and she has not for, I don't know, 7 years, and I think 6 years of that was with the van, and even before then, when she said she was going to put in, she did not. So I figured it's about time she put something in on it. If it's a gift, it's a gift. That does not count. And if it does count, we still surpass that by what we put out. I'm going to have to narrow this down. It's getting a little bit too long. She talks differently with her family than she does with us. It's like if she has the phone on the speakerphone part and it's in her coffee table drawer, she doesn't think we know, but she listens, has somebody else listening in, and she's like, oh yes, I just want to help and do what I can. But yet when that phone's not on, or I see her somewhere else, she's yelling and a little bit psychotic. Not always, but sometimes. And I'm not going to lie about nothing. She says that we're rude for what we put out there on Facebook. I don't think she wants a lot of people to know she even has a daughter, because all of the doctor's offices and other places that she goes through didn't even know Shauna existed. It's registered that Shauna was abandoned in a garage when she was 6 months old. Now her mom says she called family to come and get her. Well, gee, the family was in Toledo and she was in a garage in California. What does that tell you? It doesn't make much sense to me neither. But she says she called family to come and get her in a garage in California, and they lived in Toledo. If that adds up to you, it doesn't add up to me. And then she says that our Facebook pages, which anybody can look at, that's why we put it out there, is rude and disrespectful too. Well, she talks about us to other people and makes us sound like we're bad, and nothing we said is bad yet. I mean, not yet. I'm not going to say nothing bad that's like wrong or improper. When she talks to her family about us, she tries to make us look bad, and all they got to do is just listen to what we have to say. I tried to contact a family member of hers who I thought in many levels could be a mediator for the two of them, because she has the ability and the authority at 3 different levels or more. I'm not going to say who, She will know who I'm talking about if she sees this. And I actually like her and her whole family, and I like the rest of Shauna's family, even though 1/3 to half of that family are a family of violators. And oddly enough, a lot of them have apologized for what they've done to Shauna over the years and in the past. I'll go into that a different time. Uh, but you people should know, the people in her family should know, if she could be talking about me and Shauna to you guys, you have to know she talks about you just as bad. The sister that she's tired of calling her all the damn time. She says she's not tired of her calling all the time, but a lot of times she just wants to be left alone. How am I supposed to know that if she doesn't tell us shit as well? Excuse my language. And other family members that have bad issues. I'm not going to go into details, but because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or nothing, because I like the whole entire family. But she talks about you guys as well. There was even an incident where one day I'll talk to her about something that happened with Shauna. They know the story, but when Shauna was, I guess, 8 years old or younger with one of the uncles, and she's like, yeah, I'm wondering if he's doing that with his own daughter, which is disturbing, but I don't know if it's true. That's not my concern. Well, it should be, because it's wrong. And then another time I bring it up, same exact questioning, but I bring it up at a different time. She says, stop talking about my family, in a really weird and psychotic voice. I'm thinking, okay, what the hell? She must have had somebody on the phone at the time and didn't want that to get out. But yet she brings up that she's wondering if this person is doing something with other people in the family. And my response was, and Shauna's not. Shauna is her daughter. And it's like she was standing up for the violator more than she was her own daughter. I'm going to cut this short. Say God bless to everybody. And if you don't like my post, let me know. Let me know. God bless and amen to all.